Okay, my name is John Paul Cantonwine, and welcome to my Hispanic Heritage Project. We have a lot of info to cover, so let's get started. I did my project on Jorge Mario Bergoglio. That name may not look familiar. This one will. He is Pope Francis. So this is my Hispanic Heritage Project. Now, I will explain this. When you become Pope, you do take on the name of a saint. Pope Francis is the first Pope to pick Francis. Interesting fact right off the bat. Um, all right. He was born December 17th, 1936, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, to two Italian immigrants. Now, I will say, my research did not produce much info on his family, probably due to the fact that he was born in 1936 in Argentina. We know definitively it was two Italian immigrants. His father was probably a worker. He was in the labor force, which makes sense. But, who trusts Google right now? Um, he lives in Vatican City. Pretty obvious. What isn't obvious is where he lives in Vatican City. You'd expect him to live somewhere like this. Marble, artwork, prayer, you know, lots of money thrown everywhere. But no, he lives here in the Vatican Guest House, Suite 201, because, he preaches about being humble and everything. So, of course, he is living how he preaches. Good for him. All right. Occupation, he is a pope. You get paid a couple $1,000,000. Pretty sweet deal for life. You don't have to worry about getting fired. Unless you do something bad, I suppose. Accomplishments. We've got a lot of these to go through, so let's get started. He taught high school literature and psychology at a Jesuit secondary school in Santa Fe from 1964 to 1965. The following year, he taught at a secondary school in Buenos Aires. Lots of teaching experience. That's very nice. He studied humanities, philosophy, and theology. Not at the same time, kind of across the board. He finished his doctoral thesis in Germany. This means not only does he speak Spanish, probably Latin and Italian, but he also speaks German and English. And among those, guess which one he hates the most? That's right, English, which is why it took him 15 minutes to read his address to Congress. Good job, though. That was real nice. Interesting fact, he blessed Harley Davidson riders. They gave him a bike, but he probably wasn't planning on riding it too much. So what did he do? He sold it, and it benefited the homeless. Again, living humbly. Very nice. He has also addressed many economic issues, including the large amount of spending within the church. Let me tell you a little story about the Bling Bishop from Germany. Spent $40 million renovating his cathedral, including a $20,000 bathtub. He's not a bishop anymore. We'll just leave it at that. Pope Francis has also called a synod to discuss what the modern definition of the family really is, because let's be honest, everything has changed. Just about everything. Between 1965 and now, just about everything has changed. Gas prices, air travel, even marriage. It's a tough world out there. Facts. Let's get started on these. These will kind of lighten up our mood here. That was kind of a dark... Oh. Okay. Not quite yet. He doesn't have part of his lung from an infection. When he was young, he had an infection in his lung, so he had it taken out. Great job there. Obviously, he can still work with 1.5 lungs. So I guess that worked out. He was a bar bouncer. Hard to imagine. Just imagine a holy bar where they serve heavenly spirits. He needed the money, so, why not? He has a Celtics jersey. It says the Pope on it. He is number 1. All right, my opinion on him. Well, everyone loves him. He loves everyone. He really likes the poor. He's very humble too. There'll be people who will preach, oh, I'll be humble, and then they hop into their Mercedes and drive to their $1,000,000 mansion. This guy, he came to America and got in a Fiat. How humble can you get from a Fiat, at least in Italy? So he is pretty cool, and not just for the poor, but even for us teenagers. I'm going to show you guys a quote from his congressional address. He said, "I also want to dialogue with all those young people who are working to realize their great and noble aspirations, who are not led astray by facile proposals, and who face difficult situations, often as a result of immaturity on the part of many adults." Oh man, this is just like exactly what teenagers face. I mean, he totally gets us. He's 74 and he gets us. Good for him. So that concludes my project. I hope I didn't go too fast. I wanted to keep it below 3 minutes. I probably failed, but thanks.